going to learn the truth about selling books on Amazon in 2024. I'm here outside of a pawn shop that I found. I don't even know if they sell books, but I'm also outside of a Goodwill over here. So what I'm going to do is go inside both these locations, use an app called Scout IQ, scan all the books, CDs, and DVDs that they have, and see how much profit we can make. So I'm going to go check out this pawn shop first. You guys can follow me in here. We'll see if there's anything, and if there's nothing, I've been to this Goodwill before. Haven't done great at it, but let's see what it's like in 2024. How you doing? Good, how are you? Do you guys have any books for sale at all? Books? Yeah, no.
A few moments later.
I'll just check out Goodwill. No books at the pawn shop. That's pretty normal. Usually if there are books at pawn shops, they're really good and they have a small selection. So it's always worth asking pawn shops or small mom and pops if they have books. Time to go to Goodwill. All right, so I went over to the bottom of this nonfiction section. So this is where I'm going to start. So as you can see, it tells you the profit at the top. So 44 cents profit. And note that I have speed mode enabled. So speed mode enables me just to literally scan the barcode as quickly as I want. Boom, just like that. And it's really fast. You can use your phone. You don't even have to invest in a Bluetooth speaker if you're going to do it this way. But you can see most of these are rejects. And that's to be expected. This is $3 profit though. So let's see what's going on here. Buy box is 13. I forgot to enter my buy cost. I'm going to put $1. I'm paying about $1 for two for these books. So I'll just put $1. I always put the lowest price. If books are $1 and $2, I'll put the lowest price. Boom, $27 profit. Let's check this out. eScore is 19. This looks like a good book. So if Amazon selling it for 43. It's the used buy box is 32. So actually, usually Scout IQ will discount this a little bit. Let's get back to scanning real quick. We'll go back to that book later. Actually, at the end of this video, I'll break down what I'll sell that book for. $6.43, negative profit. So the name of the game is just to get through the bad books first. If you go in the thrift store or library with that mentality that 95, 96% of books that you scan just aren't going to be profitable, you're going to do all right. But if you expect all the books to be good, you're going to be pretty upset. $3 profit, 35 eScore. I'm going to leave that one. $11. Okay, let's see what's going on here. eScore 3, $11 profit. There's only two sellers. You can see in the left-hand column there, only two sellers. This is going to be good. I'm going to be the next sale on this 100% for a $2 investment or $1 investment. I think the soft covers are $1 in this store, and then the hard covers are $2. All right, let's see what else we got here. Magazines are usually trash. The reason why it turns gray like that, it means it's a different category other than books. Yeah, the title scan sucks with Scout IQ. It just doesn't work. It's better to use the Amazon Seller app. So we'll open up the Amazon Seller app. So yeah, the Amazon Seller app's much better to use for scanning. It's always really accurate. So now you can just find it. But so as you can see, the low price is $2.22. I'm not even going to be bothered to look at the FBA prices. If the low price is that much and the featured offer price is $15, this is just, there's not much margin to be had. So I'm going to get back to scanning. I mean, these textbooks look like they should be good. And you'll notice this sometimes we go to thrift stores where it's just like the textbook section looks amazing, but none of them hit. And it's because resellers have already been there. So again, what we're doing here is we're just looking for inventory that nobody's scanned yet, or maybe someone didn't do their due diligence. So now I'm going after the top shelf here. And as you can see, I'm skipping a lot of books. I'm limited on time here. So I'm just going after what I think is good. I'm just going after, gut feeling from experience from selling books, what I think's good. And I'm gonna go ahead and accept that book. There's just a low chance it's not going to be good because it's $7 profit, eScore 16. If we take a step back here, you can see, let's look at these stats real quick. So as you can see, the orange box is hovering over this price here. So this is the FBA column for used offers. So all the prices here are the FBA prices. You can see the FBA price is super healthy at $18.63. We can also see that the low merchant price over here in the left column is $15.70, which is, it's really good to see a healthy merchant price, because that means, you know, the price is more likely to be stable. Whereas if you see like a really weak merchant price, it's usually a bad sign. Like if you see a $2 merchant price and then the FBA is like $20 plus, sure, it's great. You can sell at FBA for 20 plus, but I don't like it when the merchant price is that low, because we have to compete with, you know, penny books, $2-3 books, and the FBA sellers are more likely to tank the price. But when the merchants hold their price high, it's a really good sign. This book's got an eScore of 16, so it's sold at least 16 times in the last 6 months. Sales rank's pretty decent, 741. All right, let's move on. Okay, I only have a few minutes left in this store, so I'm just trying to get the most bang for my buck. So this one's interesting. Let's take a step back there. Let's see what happened. I saw that the profit was fat, $4.87. eScore 34. These are like good indicators. My triggers just rejected it because I have my triggers set high. But let's see if this book's worth it. So it's currently comparing the orange boxes set to Amazon. So it's comparing against Amazon right now. But let's go over to the used offer. Boom. When we go to the used offer, $15.95, the profit actually increases. Why would the profit increase when Amazon's price is $16.54 and the used buy box price is $15.95? Why would the profit went up? Do you guys see that? The reason why is Scout IQ discounts Amazon's price at 10%. So when Amazon is on the listing, Scout IQ assumes that you're not going to sell the book for more than Amazon. In fact, Scout IQ assumes that you're going to sell the book for 10% less than Amazon. So 10% of $16.54 is going to be $1.65. So Scout IQ is actually subtracting $1.65 from $16 and assuming that you're selling it for that price. And $1.65 minus $16.54 is less than $15.95. So that's why the profit goes up when we compare to the used buy box. So there's a good chance that we actually can sell this book at this price, because that's what the used buy box is going for, which is greater than a 10% discount from Amazon. And that's why we see it turn green when we move the orange box over to used buy box versus red when Scout IQ defaults to Amazon. So Scout IQ is trying to protect you. They assume you can't sell it for more. But I mean, this is a medium sales rank book, 100,000 rank, not terrible. I'm actually going to take the risk to 5x my dollar. So I'm going to purchase this. And yeah, looks like a good book. All right, so this DVD section is not super easy to deal with because they don't stack their books or DVDs vertical like books. So I'm having to turn them all barcode up. But I'm still able to blaze through this pretty fast. As you can see, I'm just scanning the barcode. And what I'm looking for is at the top, I'm just looking for anything over a couple dollars profit that has a healthy eScore or a low sales rank. Now with DVDs, I'm really looking for items with like less than a 50,000 sales rank. eScore 46 is damn good for DVDs. I mean, not super good, but I mean, a lot of DVDs sell slow. So 46 means it's sold it's had at least 46 days with a sale over the last 6 months. And so $2 profit's catching my attention. Now, if you notice, it's all gray at the top. It doesn't turn green or red. That's simply because I don't have my triggers set. You guys can set your triggers for DVDs and CDs within Scout IQ, and then it'll turn green or red if it's profitable or not, according to your trigger set. I just don't have triggers set right now. I need to set them. I'm just being lazy. But I eyeballed this. I saw it was $2.72. So let's take a look at this. So look, Scout IQ automatically, if we take a step back, the orange box is on $10.98. That means Scout IQ is comparing this to a $10.98 offer, which is a low merchant, when in reality, the buy box is $19.54 for FBA. So that's why I'm looking for anything $2 profit, because that means it's $2 profit merchant fulfilled, right? So there's a lot of room for opportunity here. We're going to make $10 profit after a $1.50 buy cost if we sell this at the current buy box price of $19.54. So this is a very good investment. I'm going to, 5x my money here. 6x maybe if I sell this for 1954, and pretty decent eScore, you know. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm actually going to get out of the store, but let's go home and count up how much profit we made in about 30 minutes. All right, so let's tally up how much profit. We got one DVD, 4 books. I paid a total of $10, so I paid an average of $2 per item. So let's go ahead and see how much true profit we're left with. We're going to go ahead and create a shipment for these items. So I'm over at GoToLister. I'm going to create this batch fulfilled by Amazon. I just put Goodwill, Franklin, today's date. That's where I got these books for 12. Address is good. Listed by, I'll put Avery. Who labels? I'm going to label my product. It saves me 30 cents per product I label. I'm going to pack individual units since I'm doing books, and I want to provide box contents. This will save me 15 cents per item. Now, my workflow, I always list everything as good. That way I can just kind of blaze through the items. I don't have to keep changing the condition. Since we're sending all these FBA, I hold the belief that I'm trying to get the buy box. I know some people think like new makes a huge difference, but from my experience, what I've noticed is like condition doesn't really matter that much. We could even list all these as acceptable and we'd probably be fine. Since we're shipping these FBA, we know that we're going to get the buy box if we're the lowest price. So buy cost, pay $2 on average for these items, total of 10. Condition description, I'm going to put 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Again, I'm keeping this generic so I can just blaze through these items. So I'll make this view a little bit prettier for you guys. So you can see 50-50 here. We're going to start with this DVD. I'm going to list this DVD in good condition. And I actually don't really check for scratches. I've sold thousands of DVDs, and time is money, and paying employees to check for scratches literally like 10x's their time to list. So do everything at your own risk. But I've sold thousands of DVDs with no issue. I just make sure that the disc is included, especially before you purchase it. So I'm going to scan this. And we also do no prep or cleaning or anything for DVDs. We simply just scan the item in, get the F and SKU label, and cover it up. And if I remember correctly, this is going to make me, $10 profit after a $2 buy cost, which is pretty damn good. And the reason why we were able to GoToLister knew to price this at a higher price. So you can see we're comparing against FBA slot 3. That's one of the benefits of using GoToLister. It's going to tell you, it's going to use smart pricing, just like Scout IQ, compares against different offers. The smart pricing compares against higher FBA offers for faster moving products. So in this case, we're pricing its FBA slot 3 rather than coming in at $12, where we would be left with just $3 profit. If we just match the lowest price, we're actually going to come in at a little bit higher of a price and make some more profit. So I'm actually going to match buy box price here. Go ahead and get that sale. So I'm going to go ahead and label this. Remember, when you're labeling products, you just cover up the existing barcode like that with the F and SKU. And let's see what else we got here. Another benefit of using GoToLister is you can just scan as fast as you want. So if you guys look at the bottom left of the screen, I have all these stacked barcode up. Now all I need to do is scan 1, 2, 3, 4. No other listing software allows you to scan that fast. And we're just waiting for Amazon to return the F and SKUs. And this allows me to have a really fast workflow. So there we go. We got these 4. Now, I'm not going to submit this batch because I only have, 5 items that I found in that 30-minute time period. So I'm actually going to wait till I have more. So we'll just leave this batch open. And when I have enough to fill 1 box of books, I'll go ahead and close the batch out, assuming that we don't get split shipments. But anyway, let's get back to see how much profit I'm actually making. So look, it says $57 profit, but it's not over yet. Let's see if we can price any of these items at better prices. So let's start down here. $11.50. We're making $1.22 on this. This is compared against FBA slot 4, which is a really good sign. But the buy box is 12 for new. The used buy box 10. What's the sales rank on this? Sales rank's pretty good. I'm gonna come in just a little bit higher. I'm going to come in at like FBA slot. It's already comparing to slot 4. But this, I'm going to come in at this $11.99 price just because we can probably get a little bit more for that. We may even buy box at this. This is a semi-fast selling book. $1.64 is not great. I thought I remembered that making me more profit, but anyway, let's go ahead and go up here. This one says $38 profit. It's going 10% below the new price according to smart pricing. And again, if you want to view smart pricing settings, you can just go over here, and I'll just show you guys real quick what smart pricing is. So pricing rules, smart pricing selected. Basically, very similar to Scout IQ triggers, between 1 and 125,000 sales rank. It's going to compare against FBA slot 4. It's always going to discount 10% off Amazon, just like Scout IQ does. And as you can see, once we get like up there in sales rank, like over 900,000, it starts just to compare against FBA slot 1 or just the buy box. So basically, in a nutshell, like smart pricing prices your faster moving books and DVDs at higher prices. Especially, basically, all DVDs are going to be priced at higher prices. So just be aware of that because, yeah, I mean, DVDs over 100,000 are pretty slow moving, and these triggers are for books. So in the future, we may include triggers for DVDs, but I personally don't mind pricing my DVDs a little bit higher because my repricer can always just price them down. All right, let's get back here. So $38 is the price that we're priced at. The used buy box is $35. We're priced at $38. This is a semi-fast mover, $397,000. We'll let it sit at that price, see if we can get $3 above buy box. Since it's not a super slow mover, we might be able to make a little bit extra margin. All right, this is interesting. So you see here, it says there is 0 FBA offers on this listing. Consider pricing higher. So GoToLister notified us that there's no FBA competition. So we're currently priced at the buy box price of $19.99, but this is an incredibly slow moving book, 5 million rank. I'm not going to get greedy here. I'm not going to price over $19. If this was a 500,000 rank book, I would GoToLister would automatically price this 20% higher if you had smart pricing turned on. So we would price this at 22. Is that right? No, 24. We'd price it at 24. But since this is such a slow mover, there's no need to risk it. Let's just go ahead and move this book. If I remember right, this had an eScore of 3. And so we're going to be the next sale as long as we don't price too high. So let's just go ahead and get that next sale. Finally, we're left with this $14 profit book. Buy box is $27.96. The new price is $29.99. So we're just going to come in at buy box price. I like that. So $58 profit. Let's see if that's right. This is a little disappointing here. I thought that for some reason we could sell it for more, but Amazon's on it for $12.49. So I may even just, I mean, if I match buy box, what am I left with? 70 cents. I shouldn't have even purchased this book. That was a bad buy. I think I actually bought this for $1 though, because it's a paperback. I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. But my average buy cost for the batch is $2. Since I paid $10 total for these items, I just divided 5 units by $10 to get $2 per item. So normally if I had a box filled with books, I'd click on send batch and we would accept these shipments, but I don't even have a box filled, and these splits are atrocious. Luckily with GoToLister, there's a really good flow for dealing with split shipments. So I'll just beef this up to a box full. If I get splits on the box full, I'm going to list like 4 or 5 boxes of books before I in this batch. So I'm just going to keep building this batch until I'm ready to make the shipment. But that's not bad for, 30 minutes in a Goodwill, $57. So yeah, enjoy guys. Much love. Catch you next video.